Hello, it's me, Kaylin with Kayscrochethaven. Today is Tuesday, October 22nd, 2024. And I know y'all are probably thinking, where have I been? It's been a while since I put out any kind of video. I've had a very, very busy schedule for a while now. I've been helping my friend that does the water slides, which even with doing that last year, I was still able to keep up with doing videos. This year, not so much, because we have been extra busy doing that. Plus, Aiden is now homeschooled this year. I don't know if I told y'all that in a previous video or not, but on a daily, we're doing schoolwork, which is not fun for me. But I took him for a child checkup, something like that. I don't know. So they were going through all the bases from head to toe on him. And he talked about how his shoulder hurts. So now he goes for therapy on his shoulder. And all it is there's nothing broken or misplaced, which there is a bone that you can break in there, but it's mostly tendons around the shoulder, and he has misplaced a tendon or something. But he's going to therapy for that. And he likes this thing. He does the exercises with this, for sure. Which, when I was doing therapy on my ankle, I had to use this, and that was my favorite part too. So he gets that from me. But they are keeping an eye on his scoliosis because he was at a 10 degree. Now he's at a 13, but they're not concerned with bracing because that's usually around the 20 degree mark. So I had started videos, and that was one of the videos was I had the phone call because he had 3 x-rays that day. And what was the third x-ray on? His wrist. He had hurt his wrist. He had cut here and a cut here, and he had wrapped the bandage around this way too because his wrist was bothering him. But he tried to do an ollie on the skateboard. When he was talking about it the very first time, I was like, who was ollie? It's like, no, it's called an ollie. And I was like, okay. But I don't know what kind of trick it is. It's like a kick trick, not trip, kick trick. And the skateboard slid out from under him, and he caught himself and went back. And they wanted to make sure none of his carpals were broken because they're, the little bitty bones in the wrist. But nothing was broken there, and nothing was broken in his shoulder, just the tendons inflamed and stuff. And but he goes twice a week for his shoulder, and he will go back every 6 months now for his back. We were doing once a year, now it's every 6 months, because I'm pretty sure his growth had a lot to do with that, because within the span of 2 years he has shot up to 6 foot. I mean, he's like this much under the 6 foot mark. So he wore he calls them his flat foot shoes, Converse, that's what they are. So he was wearing those, and he was right up underneath 6 foot. So flat footed, he's right at 6 foot. And I do know that the last x-ray we had, they talked about the vertebrae in the lower back were very spaced. And I think that had to do with the growth too. So they wanted to keep an eye on that, plus the curve in his back. So I'm going to edit the videos that I have recorded, because we've had some stuff happen too with doing the water slides and stuff. Which right now the water slides aren't what's hot. What's hot is the bouncy houses, because it's starting to get cold. So we have been very busy with that, and me struggling on a daily with schoolwork. And I still work at the diner. So I've just been very busy. But I think since right now I have nothing going on, I am going to go out my back door right here and sit out there and work on my No Yarn Babble, because I have not, y'all have caught up to what I have had recorded, and now y'all are caught up. So I need to pre-record. Excuse me, I'm probably gonna do that here in a minute, since like I said, I have nothing going on. Oh, and another thing I've found, I kind of like a video game. I've been playing that a lot too, so I need to go back to crochet instead of playing that video game. So just look for the edits behind this video, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all. Today is October the 4th, and I have my camera wrong, so I was looking for the camera over here, and it's over here. I think I said it's October 4th. It's Friday, October 4th. And I just want to know, why didn't anybody remind me it's Vlogtober? And I remembered late last night, and there was no way that I was going to make a video that late and try to do something about it. But yeah, it's Vlogtober, and I haven't even done one. I had plans on starting it on the 1st and everything, and then 3 days went by, and I was like, you haven't even started. So, right here beside me, you can't see it. You could see it before, but that right there is something I just started. I've had that yarn for a very long time. Just now getting to it, because actually this big blanket right here took me like 2 whole months, and I got to move Aiden's stuff. Oh, hold on just one moment. So I'm back. Have no idea what I was talking about. That was Aiden's doctor, and I still put my phone in here wrong. What I want to show you is yarn and yarny stuff, and this right here I'm going to pair with that because it has some black in it. And I would show y'all that all the way, but that's for somebody that may watch my videos. That's an empty bag. I need to pick up the trash in my room. In my living room. Look, got a Hershey's magazine. I don't even know when this one is. Do they even tell you on them? Fall 2024. So I haven't even looked at it. And that's from 2020. Oh, yeah, it is 2024. Yeah, okay. I don't know. That phone call has me flustered now. So there is a secret to this blanket. So if you're in Heather the Crochet's Facebook group, you have already seen it, because this was part of the Stranger Summer Megalong, and it took me the whole, well, I started 3 weeks late. Had I not started 3 weeks late, I would have been 3 weeks early, but because I started 3 weeks late, it took me until the deadline. So Stranger Things, there is a character in there named Eddie Munson, and he wears a shirt that says the Hellfire Club. Well, it says Hellfire Club, not the. But this blanket says Hellfire Club on it. And then it's got the little guy there. And the pattern that I used for this, she said she tried to get the dice on there, because you know, she's got the sword here. She did the sword here. That's the sword. And then there's flames coming out of the sword. I will insert a picture. Trust me, I will, because you need to see it. And then over here is the ball and chain, or, you know, it's got a stick and a chain and then the spiky ball at the end. But in the picture, Aiden is standing on my chair. I forgot. I don't want it to sound like he was standing on my kitchen table, but the chair that we use for the kitchen table, he was standing on that. And keep in mind, he's 6 foot, and he had it where that he could put his chin under it, and it still went to the floor on the chair. And he was not leaned over too much, but I need to measure it. But I will insert a picture. Let me do a pause here so that I can insert the picture here. That is a huge blanket. Very huge. The secret that I wanted to say is I was finished with it, but I wasn't finished sewing in the tails. So what I did, because I hate, maybe y'all hate it too, I don't know. I hate sewing in the ends. Absolutely hate it. So every 50 rows, I was like, I'm going to sew in ends. And I know, you know, people say things like, Aiden's phone is ringing. Yes, that was the end of it. Okay. So I started this side. I know that there's a way for right-handed and left-handed people to do their crochet. I'm not the one to follow that. I read from left to right, so therefore I start on the left. Hold on just one moment. Okay, I'm back again. So I don't exactly remember what I was saying. That was the girl that I helped do the inflatables with. But I remember saying something about left and right. I started on the left. So the front side that I had is the actual way that the blanket shows. But for like the first, because I'm trying, okay, I remember now. I was coming to this corner. This was the corner I started with, and like the first 26 rows was nothing but white. So in all honesty, I only had 24 rows to sew in the first set. And then the second set, when I got to the halfway mark, which was 100, because it's 100 to open and then 100 to close for this blanket, the way I did it. I don't think it was meant to be a corner to corner, but that's what I like to do. And you can see some of the tails because this is the back side. What I did to make sure that I was done and able to turn in the picture was that I pulled all the tails to the back so that I could take the picture. So the last, the last 50 rows, I was like, I'll just, you know, because it had 26 rows of white at the end, I was like, I'll just stop and sew those all in. And then when I realized what day it was and how close I was to the deadline, I just like, I'll sew them in later. And I still have yet to sew them in. Yeah, so, but it goes this way. Yeah. So anyways, just showing you my little trick. But the girl, the reason my friend called me is because she is close by. So we have one that we're gonna drop in McKenzie. And I think what I'm gonna do is take the tripod that y'all are on and record it. We had been doing some TikToks. We have stopped at that because she's going through a lot, my friend. So, excuse me, allergies, I hate them. But she's going through a lot, so we stopped for right now, but we will start those back for those who do know about it. There are a few friends that I said, hey, go watch this video, because this is what we do on a daily basis. Sometimes daily, not always. Most of the time it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But there are some that we drop on Wednesday nights, like for churches and stuff when they do. So those ones are really easy. I like it when we do those, because the majority of the time they're the small ones and they're inside. So no stakes, all we need is the blowers, because the floor on the gyms, and if one of them that we drop is carpeted, so it doesn't move. And plus it's the little babies that get on it, not the big kids. So don't have to worry about it falling over. But anyways, if I get a chance to, I'll record that and I'll put that in at the end of the video. If not, hi Garfield, let me cover his fancy bits because he's in the window. He has the zoomies this morning. I don't know if you heard him jump from his cat tree, which, by the way, I got off the side of the road, so it was completely free. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's a 3-tier and he likes it, but he's being a zoomie butt this morning. So I don't remember exactly what I was saying. Distraction, squirrel. Yeah. Oh, I have to work at the diner today. That's what I was going to say. got back on track. So if I don't show y'all that, I'm gonna be at the diner till 4. So I'll see y'all later in this video. So this place right here we found walk-in after Aiden's first therapy session with his shoulder and the checkup on his back. And he's fixing to show, because I'm telling him, show the yarn, show the squares that people have made, and then show the thing about it. So pause to read this, and it's pretty cool. I had no idea that it was there, and I had no idea of the place that it was at. So I just told him, I said, show me crocheting. Record me for a minute. And then I was talking to my friend, the one that had taken me to the appointment. But I think that's the end of it. No, I'm fixing to show here the square I made. And it took me like maybe 20-30 minutes. Not even that. I don't know.